conversation with someone. It may not be anything paranormal, but it sure.
Homeboy might be possessed, cause baby, I don't know about that. Like what?
Hey, what's up, guys? Today we'll be looking at top 10 scary things recorded on the sleep apps. I'm so excited, guys. Let's get pumped.
Yes, I'm excited too. Definitely love this month, October. So had to put out some scary videos, and I'm ready to react. You ready?
Of course, like always.
Okay.
Or walk in your sleep. It's creepy because those that are sleep talkers or walkers are completely unaware that they are until someone else witnesses it. Just imagine you're fast asleep and wake up to your brother or sister standing in your doorway mumbling to themselves.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I would do if he was standing at. No.
I slap her.
See, like I have the worst brother, but let's get back to this video.
Perform an exorcism on them. That's some demon stuff right there.
Yeah,
One way you can find out if you talk in your sleep is to download a sleep recording app. It will pick up any noise you make in the middle of the night.
What?
The only downside, it will also capture any noise someone or something else makes in the middle of the night. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary things recorded on sleep apps. Starting off this countdown, we have Wake Up. So first, let me quickly describe how these sleep apps work. Basically, you leave it on for the whole night and it records any significant noises. The next morning, you'll be able to listen to all the sounds that it detected. A lot of times, the app has picked up some weird ghostly voices and sounds. This is what happened to the Reddit user VLT.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day.
I hate Arby's.
I love Arby's, guys. I'm sorry.
T1F14. 1 year ago, she decided to record herself while sleeping because her partner said that she would talk in her sleep, and she obviously wanted to hear it for herself. While listening to the recording, she found a very weird one from 4:30 a.m. During this time, she could hear a deep voice saying, "Wake up." Just before that, you can hear weird crackling noises, kind of like squeaks from the hardwood floors as if someone was walking closer and closer to her. They also said that the house is still fairly new to them, so who knows what went down there before they moved in. In our 9th spot, we have That's Them. So this is probably one of the most famous sleep recordings out there. It's been discussed on multiple different websites and tons of people have analyzed it. So basically, a woman named Jenny captured some weird stuff on her app. In the recording, you can hear a bunch of clicks that sound almost like footsteps. Then you can hear her say, "What are you doing?" A ghostly voice replies with, "Nothing." Like, they say nothing. not just nothing. Then at another point, you can hear the same voice say either, "Oh, be still," or "That's them." Either way, it's terrifying. Now, Jenny claims that she eventually moved from that house and everything was fine. Until one day her son started talking about seeing a dark figure with no face. She thinks that that's the spirit she talked to in her sleep and that he followed them to their new house. Coming in at number 8, we have the cries for help. So this next man doesn't give us much of a backstory, which makes the recording that much more creepier. So he posted his recording online and you can clearly hear him begging for help in his sleep. In between whimpers, you can hear him saying, "Help me, help, help," over and over again.
Pause. He could probably have PTSD because I know I used to actually do that when your grandma stayed over and she heard me like yelling and asking for help in my sleep.
Okay.
So you never know. He could just have like PTSD or something.
Okay, now it's creepy.
Could just be that he was trapped in a nightmare.
Right.
But still, it's terrifying. In our 7th spot, we have the Intruder. This next woman captured one of her biggest fears on the app. So let me give you a brief backstory. This woman lives alone in a small studio apartment. She kept waking up in the middle of the night for unknown reasons, so she decided to record herself sleeping. In the recording, you can hear the latch on the main door unhook itself, the doorknob turning from side to side, and then you can hear the door open.
Imagine hearing the latch open on a door.
When she woke up, the door was locked and nothing was touched in her house. So that rules out the
Oh my gosh. When I was living in a dorm, that actually was like the door, like literally, it only opened from the inside out. Like it locked from the inside out. So the freaking door, it was heavy. It's one of them heavy, college doors. So So it like pushed open by itself and closed. Pushed open, closed again. It was creepy, and nobody was there.
That sounds fun.
And I was on FaceTime, and the person, he's like, how did that happen? Like, I helped you move in, and the door can physically not open like that unless somebody there was there, you know? No windows open. There was no air conditioning on. I don't even talk about that day. That was creepy.
Let's go to your dorm.
I mean, I
Ability of a
don't live there.
robber.
That was years
It's
ago.
still very terrifying to think that someone may have gotten into her apartment while she was sleeping. What's odd is that the recording never picked up the door being relocked. She heard it unlock, but in the morning the door was locked,
Just
meaning at
no.
some point it had to get locked again. Like, what's going on there? Who's creeping into her apartment during the night? Making our way down the list, number 6, we
Yeah,
have
you
the
up there.
heavy breathing. Posted on Reddit by CLM Barn, he decided to use a sleep app to track his snoring patterns for his doctor, but he managed to capture way more than just his snoring. The recording starts off with the guy letting out a big gasp. It's followed by sounds of
That's just
static,
like gas.
bangs,
Like
clangs, footsteps, and shuffling. At one point, you can hear the guy faintly snoring, but then you can hear some weird growls or something like that in the background. It honestly sounds like someone is shuffling around his apartment while he's sleeping. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the shadow. Reddit user Worcester_Street originally downloaded a sleep app in order to keep track of his sleeping patterns, but that's when they discovered weird stuff was happening in their sleep. Every night at exactly 2:33 a.m., the sleep app would pick up some weird noises. The first thing it picked up was sounds of wet sucking. That's how he described it, okay? Not my words. They also heard heavy breathing noises.
Oh
The
my
scariest
God.
thing was one night they decided to stay up until 2:33 a.m. to see what was happening. At that time, he was walking through his hallway to his kitchen when he saw a black figure in his laundry room, and he managed to get a photo of it. And it's really creepy. Whether it's fake or not, that thing gives me the creeps.
Whatever.
Coming in
That
at number
looks
4, we
That's
have the
real.
foreign language. So it all started with this man's neighbors telling him that they would hear loud voices coming from his apartment in the middle of the night, usually around 3 a.m. or so. That's why he decided to download a sleep recording app. And by doing so, he discovered that he was talking in his sleep. The freaky thing? He was speaking fluently in another language.
Oh.
The problem being, he only knows English. Now, I listened to this recording, and it sounds like he's speaking in Parseltongue from Harry Potter, honestly. Like, sometimes he's just making weird noises, but other times he's like talking in a creepy, low whisper. At one point, he starts groaning loudly in pain, and in another recording, it sounds like he's having a conversation with someone. It may not be anything paranormal, but it sure
Homeboy might be possessed, cause baby, I don't know about that. Like what?
Moving on to number 3, we have the chant. So this same man managed to get another recording of himself talking in his sleep. This time, it's almost as if he's aware something is in the room with him. All you hear is him say, "What are ya?" And he asks this twice. Then he says something in another
So, video got interrupted for a second, but we're back on it.
grasp to it. In our second spot, we have the conversation. A girl named Karen Melissa Minoz posted her story on Reddit about using a sleep app. She was very freaked out about what she captured and was seeking advice. So she speaks Spanish, and in the recording you can clearly hear her say, "Hola," and then you can hear a deep, ghostly, monotone voice reply with, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" She then replied back
that's
to
kinda
it. This
cool.
recording was from 6 a.m. She ended up isolating the man's voice and amplifying it to sound louder and more clear. And it's freaking creepy. It's definitely not a human talking back to her, that's all I have to say. She's having a conversation with a demon. And in our number 1 spot, we
cool.
have the growl. So a Chicago family was experiencing some weird paranormal activity around their house.
Chicago.
They would hear scratching sounds, footsteps, and knocking coming from around their house. They even sometimes would wake up in the middle of the night to a shadowy figure in their room. Alvia G, who posted this story, wrote, and I quote, "A lot of the time when you go up the stairs, you feel something following you and getting really close to your ankles." So one night they decided to use the sleep app, and that's when they caught something quite strange. So you can hear someone snoring, and then all of a sudden you hear a very loud scream or growl. What's weird is how no one woke up. Like, that was a loud growl. If I was sleeping and I heard that, I would have shot out of bed. But it's weird that they all stayed fast asleep. Wonder what the noise is, or who made it. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shout out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from my video, Top 10 Scary Ghost Encounters. Tony, you
See, look, I don't know about you all, but if that was me and I was in a situation like that in my place, I probably might have to break the lease and move. What would you do?
I'm gonna stay right now. I'm getting out the apartment straight away, going to my mom's, telling her I'm selling the place. I'm finding a new place.
Right.
Far away from demon, ghosts, whatever's in that house.
I couldn't deal with that. Like, some of the things they were talking about, it's just like, I don't know.
Like, he's talking in the secret language you don't even know. I'm like, oh no, some ghost got you possessed at night. He controlling you at night.
Might have to see a priest or something, you know?
Yeah, that holy water on you.
Anyways, this is a nice video. Actually, our first reaction, so pretty fun.
Oh yeah, pretty lit video. It was pretty creepy too as well.
Creepy.
Especially people speaking other languages in their sleep that they don't even know.
All right. So I think we're gonna do a second video, so just stay tuned and we out. I don't even know if you do no reactions, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Shit, they can't hear that. Pause. Tell me why it's 11:11. You know what those hours are? 11:11. Those are angel hours. Wait, I'm gonna actually show you guys because I had like all this stuff. But those are angel hours. So like literally we stopped this video at 11:11. That's pretty cool.
The angels watching over us.
See, look, God is with us. But anyways, we out.
Peace.